We're down with MMC.
Yeah, you know me.
We're down with MMC.
Yeah, you know me.
We're down with MMC.
Yeah, you know me.
Anyway, so yeah, today we back. I know it's been a while, but we're back and we're ready for another podcast. And this one's actually about the right age that women should, you heard that, women should lose their virginities. Take it away.
All right. So, what age should girls, women lose their virginity?
After marriage. But that's just my little personal side piece. But I believe after probably you're established, you can risk having a child and you can risk having diseases.
I don't think anyone can risk having a disease.
But okay, but I'm in all seriousness though, if you can risk having a child, that's like the most important thing to me.
I think
if you cannot afford a child, don't have sex.
Anything over the age of 18, personally, would be the best age. Realistically, nowadays, I would be happy if you're greater than the age of 16, but 18 is what I am hoping for.
I think, okay, I go two ways in this. I do believe that the more mature you are, the more you're able to understand the value of giving yourself to someone else. I think that a lot of women lack that. They don't really understand the value of themselves and the value of their bodies. And that's why I would say that I think you should lose your virginity at an older age.
Wait as long as you can.
Realistically speaking, I do think that give your body when you decide that this is someone that you love. I think that if you do decide to have sex and you don't wait until you're older or whatever the heck, do it with someone that you love or that you believe that you love. That way you don't do it with regrets.
But what if you're like 14, 15 and you truly believe you're in love with this person? Does that make it right?
Do you believe that they don't? Do you believe that because of that age they don't really know what love is?
I'm not saying they don't know what love is, but would it be still acceptable if this is the person that they are claiming to love, whether it's right or wrong, that they can or should lose their virginity at that age?
I stand by what I say. If you believe that you love this person, I think that you should do it.
You're going to have a whole bunch of 12 pregnant girls out there in these streets, man.
No.
I also believe that, at that age, you should use protection. You should use protection. I think protection, and if you don't want to have a child, don't risk it. I do think that I will always lean on losing it when you're older, because one, you can afford it if you do get pregnant.
I hope so.
And two, you understand the value of yourself more. But I'm saying realistically, I think so. I think the older you get, the more in tune you become with your body and who you are as a person.
I think that depends for different people.
I think that depends on the person, because some people could grow up very confident and assured of themselves, and then whatever experiences they go through can cause them to devalue themselves, and the opposite can happen as well, where they are grown devaluing themselves and then they have experiences that helps them to value themselves. So you cannot necessarily say that as you get older, you're going to value yourself.
So wait, before you get too deep, I'd like to share my opinion though, because y'all just trying to skip me. It ain't gonna work like that. But I'm coming from the viewpoint with TJ that I am of the belief that you should wait. The right age is after marriage. So if after marriage for you is 16, if after marriage for you is 19, if after marriage for you is 42, if after marriage for you is 67, I believe that you should wait till after you're married to partake in sexual activities. Mm-hmm. And I think that it just eliminates a lot of the grayness of like, oh my gosh, do I like him? Oh my gosh, am I in love with him? Oh my gosh, I don't know, because I had sex with him and it was so good that I can't even think straight. So
no one thinks that when you first lose your virginity.
That's true.
No woman thinks
But usually I always hear that women who lose their virginity say that like that person, it was really hard to get rid of that person. Like not get rid of them, but like in their heart, like over them, that person stayed with them for a very long time. Yeah. Whether it was good or bad, because most people don't say good things about sex the first time.
I've never heard anyone say something.
Most likely because both of them are inexperienced. So
that's
not
true.
Most likely.
Nuh-uh, that's not true.
Most likely.
I don't care. That's not true.
But yeah, going back to what you were saying about, what were you saying?
Do it with someone that you love.
Yeah, doing it with somebody you love, and you ask, do you believe a 15 or 16-year-old knows what love is at that age? And I personally, I'm gonna say, I can't speak for every. I think there are exceptions in every situation.
Yeah,
okay,
definitely.
but for the majority of kids at that age, I don't think they know what love is.
Yeah,
I think they know what feels good. I think their body's going through a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
But to say that they truly understand what love is and what it takes, because love is not just a feeling. After the feelings are gone, your love still has to carry on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And at that age, you probably are not thinking about everything else that comes with love.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, no, at that age, you don't know what love is. So if you do fall in love with somebody at that age, giving yourself up to that person, it doesn't have to be a bad experience, but it could still be one that you regret. I'm sure a lot of people had sex with somebody they thought they loved at that age.
I'm sure that does happen. And not to say that doesn't happen. I'm just saying that I feel like that would be a better reason than to just give up your virginity. Like, because I've also ran into people who's like, I just want to have sex to have sex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't think I think that there needs to be more to it than just that. That's just my own personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that love is a great basis if you do decide to give yourself to someone. Understandably so, most 13, 14, 15-year-olds don't know what love is. Understandably so. And of course there's like you said, there's exceptions to the rule. Or is that what you said? Exceptions to the rule. But it's also leaning on the fact that it's unrealistic to say to everyone or to a culture, wait till marriage.
Of course.
I think it's unrealistic in a sense, especially when people don't really believe in, like, we're entering into a place where people say out loud, oh, I am a Christian, but they don't really follow that.
Yeah.
And I think that the younger generation is seeing that too. They're seeing that in their peers.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to sit there and say the same thing, but then do what, you know how
do
it is.
what people do.
Exactly. So that, I think that's why in that line, I'm leaning on the fact that, if you do decide to have sex, be with someone that you do care about and you believe values you. And of course, in the midst of that, use protection.
But
double it up.
I'm going to add on that just because you use protection, it is not 100%. People think condoms are 100%. No.
I have a friend who was a condom baby.
Is abstinence is the only 100% thing. Birth control is not 100%. Condoms are not 100%. Together, they are not 100%. So, have sex if you can afford to have sex. That is still going to be my spiel, only because, babies are expensive and abortions are
expensive too.
They don't
regard the fact of it
for that minute.
Aside from the fact
covered.
that
Really?
abortions are whatever they are. Personally, that is my opinion. They are wrong, but just the fact that you're bringing another child into this life that you didn't need to, just because every time you're having sex unsafe or thinking that you're going to be covered 100%. It's not true.
Simple, said we.
And I agree, having sex is a big thing. It's not a little thing. You remember your first experience for the rest of your life. And it doesn't mean that, it has to be a terrible thing. You're going to be sad even if it was bad. It doesn't mean that, but it's still, such a huge, for me, it's such a huge step in a relationship that I want to, if I end up having a child for this person, I want to know that this person is going to be here for that child.
Yeah.
I know marriages don't always last. Marriages, people can save sex for marriage and still divorce. I'm not saying that doesn't happen, guys. Marriage is hard. It's a real thing you have to put real work into. So just because you save yourself, don't think ooh, my marriage is going to be perfect. No. You still have to put the same amount of work as other people who had sex before marriage.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it makes it any easier. But what happens is, typically, especially if the person you're with, the guy that you're with, literally, is deciding to go through that with you because they love you so much, when you do get together and have that child, it's not going to be a child of regret and I'm not saying that people who don't have children out of regret. No, that's not true. A lot of people love their kids. That's not true. But what I'm saying is just a different kind of experience when You both waited. You had your baby. You know he's going to be there. He ain't going nowhere. You're not a teen mom. You know, it's just so many stressors that are taken away. I'm not scared to tell him, oh, yeah, I'm pregnant. Because he's my husband. He knows that.
If he's your husband and he's afraid to get
Exactly.
I'm gonna wonder what's going on.
Exactly.
What you afraid for?
Exactly.
Like, for real. Be like, honey, I'm pregnant. You what? Is it mine? Like, what do you mean? If anyone ever said my husband ever said something like that to me, is it mine? I'm about to curse.
Would you be offended if your own husband ever asked you for a paternity test?
What you mean would I be offended?
I'm sorry.
Or would you understand? You'd be
Am
like,
I
understand?
Understand what?
I don't got anything to understand. Am I a swinger? Am I swinging?
I'll
Is
start
he
questioning.
slaying?
If he asks me that question, I'm a question
Asking
him.
Yep.
Because
exactly.
he asking me who the child is for, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
Amen.
making you so insecure right now.
Amen.
No.
Making you so cautious
No.
and paranoid.
You're like, are you sure it's mine?
No.
Oh my God, I'm here. I'm imagining the conversation right now, and it's not ending well.
No. That is not acceptable. He would be out the house.
That would only be an acceptable answer if I decided to swing. And guess what?
You're
I don't
not a
like
swinger.
swings. I don't like swinging.
You're afraid of heights.
So I guess we decided that the right age is older.
I do.
Yeah.
Pretty much,
older.
it's older.
Older.
Yeah.
I do think that when you're older, like I said,
You carry on the consequences different.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You sit there and you kind of evaluate how you want your life to be, and you realize you kind of don't want a child right now, or you do want a child right now, and then you go based off of that.
And having a child while you're really young is really hard. It's a responsibility that you shouldn't carry when you're 16.
Mm-hmm.
You will miss a lot of your life.
Yeah.
You can't always get it back. I think that once you have a child, once your child is born, you can make up for everything that you lost. It doesn't mean it has to disappear, but
It's gonna be different.
it will be different. You'll be a lot older. As a kid, you can make mistakes that as an adult you cannot do. You have a covering when you're a child. So, and as a mother, you definitely can't make those mistakes when you're young. So it's just a very, very different experience. But if you are gonna have sex, use protection. Like, they got free condoms at the clinic. Go pick some up. Like, just use protection. Like, make sure you're taking care of yourself and not out here risking it all.
Wilding
Because
out.
HIV is real out here,
It's really
and
strong.
the medicines work. But you don't want HIV. Period. Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
So take care of yourself, especially out here. They don't look like they have HIV. You'd be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
And ask
You will
yourself
be
this
surprised.
They
question.
look pretty healthy.
Do you want a child to be like the person that you're having sex with?
Ooh.
If you don't want that child, don't risk it.
That is so true.
No, it's for real.
But some people, they be out here, having relations with people they don't even respect, and all of a sudden they end up having a child with that person. And that's how them baby mamas and them baby daddies be coming about.
They always say, be careful of who you have a child with.
Like, more established, and I have a good head on my shoulders. If I were to get pregnant today, I think I'd be okay, and I'd be fine with it. It wouldn't be like one of those things. I mean, I'd be freaking out. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'd be freaking out, but I would. And this is coming. I'm abstinent, so anyways, that doesn't matter. The point is, like, I think that because of where I am in my career, and because I am where I am with my thought process and how I want my children to be, and who I want my children to be like, I'm more than willing to engage. When I find that right person after marriage.
Yeah. But we're almost the same age. I'm 1 year older. But if I got pregnant now, I would freak out. It would not be a happy, good pregnancy for me. I would literally freak out. And I wouldn't want to carry that. I wouldn't want to carry that stress on my child, because your child feels everything.
Yes, it
So I
does.
know for me, it's not, I would love my child, period, like no matter what. I would keep my child, period, no matter what. But it's just a lot of process when you're not expecting a pregnancy, and then, you haven't prepared yourself for a pregnancy. Yeah, I'd freak out. And my baby would feel all of it. because I don't know how to deal with feelings. So
I think it would depend on who I'm with, how I freak out. If I say, for example, I'm wilding out in the streets or something like that, and I accidentally get pregnant, and the person I get pregnant with doesn't have a job, is under the age of 21, and he's just stupid, you know, like a 19-year-old he's not going to take care of your child. He's not going to be there for you. He's not someone who's going to stand up and be a good man. And even older men, like say it's like a 30-year-old man who doesn't have anything together, like I'd be worried. But if he's a successful doctor, you know, that's a little different.
No, if he's a successful doctor who's willing to take care of you and your child. Just because he's successful don't mean he's willing to take the stand. Okay?
There's not a low life risk.
Exactly.
There's paternity court for a reason. You either take care of this child or you give me half your paycheck every month. That's just how it's gonna be.
Like, and I will be that woman
I
to
will
call
be
for
that
child support.
Like, excuse
Yeah,
me, Mr.
what
Jones.
is this with these women nowadays? Oh, I don't want to pay my child support. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that woman.
I'm gonna be that woman.
Girl.
You made this child with me. We gonna work together to make sure this child is taken care of. I'll be darned if I'm on Section 8 feeding for myself with this child and you're out here eating good.
Exactly. No, that would never.
On the doctor's side.
I really see girls. I really see girls do that because they don't want to be that girlfriend and they're getting a measly $50 a month. What is that doing for your child?
They don't even pay for school fees.
They don't do nothing. Oh, I just don't want to. You're not going to get nothing. No.
Ask and you shall receive.
Ask the government.
Exactly.
The government will receive
Take
it for
it to
you.
court.
They didn't say who you gotta ask.
For real. Wait, but mine is more connected to my belief system versus the guy that would take care of me. Because I feel like I have no worries with the guy that I'm with right now. If I was to get pregnant, I have no worries. It would be connected to my beliefs and I guess what I believe about myself too, and about just where I saw myself and where I see myself. Those conflicting ideas would be what would be hard. Of course, I would let it go because I feel like God is a forgiving God. He's not one that holds grudges. He forgives, but I know how, for me personally, how sacred this is for me. So it'd be a big deal. It'd be a big deal. So,
I mean, at the end of the day, you won't accept your baby.
well, yeah. I mean, the baby ain't the problem.
That's how the baby got
Love
here.
the baby. Yeah. But hey, people are human.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So since we're on this topic, something came up because I was remembering Steve Harvey. Dang, what's that movie called? Think Like a Man. There we go. That one.
Get married.
Think Like a Man. So, what do you guys say about the rules? I think it's a 90-day, 30-day, and then the 1-day rule
What?
before having sex after a
I
date.
never saw that movie.
Oh,
You never saw Think Like a
Well,
Man?
the 90-day rule is
The
that
Rock?
you're not gonna have sex until 90 days after.
Yeah, 3 months of dating.
Of dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's some people who stick with the it doesn't matter.
Month rule.
And then there's
there's the
whatever.
people who
And
wait
then
till 90 days and the people who it doesn't matter at 90 days or at the first date.
Yeah.
Yeah, or 3 weeks.
It's still
after
not
there's
going to
another one,
change
too.
the relationship.
I think that matters.
I mean, there's 2 people who said after marriage, so
No, but you can still speak to that.
I'm a diehard 90-day person. I did the whole 1
90's
day.
3 months, so 6 months.
I did the whole 1 date, 2 dates, 3 dates, 4.
5 dates, 6 dates, 7 dates, more.
No, by 7 days it was over. By 7 days it was over.
Don't say that out loud, please. Okay.
Oh my God.
That's how I knew I had to wait, child. You had to get to know him first before you got to know his body. So I'm a diehard 90-day person. I tried for 3 months to try to wait till marriage, but it didn't wait. I couldn't wait, so that's how I fell on 90 days.
Honestly, I kind of feel as though that if I were talking to someone, I'd wait 6 months.
I feel like
6
as
months
long
right there.
I'd wait
Yep.
6 months.
I feel like if you're in a committed relationship, that's when it should be acceptable for me. to really do something.
Wait, I have a question about
Socially speaking.
this 30-day rule.
90.
90-day rule. So, are you boyfriend and girlfriend at some point, or are you boyfriend and girlfriend up until 90 days, and then that's
It
when you
doesn't
start
matter.
with them?
You're
Yeah.
dating.
No, but like dating could be like I'm just taking you out for dinner, and dating could be you're my boyfriend
6
or
months?
girlfriend. I don't.
No, 90
No,
days.
for 90 days. This
How long
90-day
6
rule.
months? I mean, how long is 90 days?
90 days.
That's 3 months.
Three
That's
months,
3
yeah.
months?
Yeah,
Oh, that's not long at all.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm like, are we boyfriend and girlfriend?
You
Are
may
we-
or may not
it's up
be.
to you.
It's 90
Yeah,
days.
it's up to you.
It's 90 days.
Just
It's
90
just
days.
90
You
days.
can't
They're
be boyfriend and
basically
girlfriend. You cannot be.
basically trying to say get to know the person first
Yeah.
before you have any type of relation with them. That's basically what the 90-day rules is. It's like a set in stone rules
So you can think
for you
clearly.
for you to like know the person, see how they are on several different occasions at several different places, and then decide if they are worth giving up the cookie.
Yeah.
I think that more traditional men would not want to be with a woman that gives it up on the first date. I think that more traditional men are looking for someone to chase, and because of that, they probably wouldn't. It's not that they wouldn't like the girl, but it's like I think I'll pass in a sense, because most men I believe are like hunters, and if it's given on the first date, it's like, oh, okay, well I got what I wanted. It doesn't build time to build a connection, a relationship, making me want to stay with you. I think that's why I would say the 30-day or the 90-day to 6 month thingy.
Yeah. I think it depends on the guy.
Yeah.
It depends on what he's looking for. Because if he's looking for a quick smash, one
He
day
would have
doesn't
got
matter.
it.
But if he's looking for like a relationship, like I want to get married, he might be more the 90-day type of guy.
But
But
some
there
people are
are-
hunters who are going to do the 90 days.
They will do the
and
90 days.
They will go till marriage.
Yes.
Marry you, and then get sex, and then divorce you right
Yep,
after.
There's guys like
They're
that.
patient.
And you know the funny thing
Yes,
is,
they are. They probably like
even
that.
after you get married, it's not really counted until like 7-8 months in. It's not legally binding.
Oh.
So you have time to avoid all of that.
Like, I'm dipping.
You just get to do the ceremony, smash, and be like, okay, it's only been a week.
You just gave everybody loopholes, man.
I know.
Crazy.
Like the whole internet knows.
I had an idea, but I forgot. I don't know where it went.
Thank you for joining us for this podcast. It was great having you listen to us. Join us again next time for our next great topic. Yeah, you know me.
Like,
MMC.
comment, subscribe. Bye.
Share.